Welcome back to Triple Cross Podcast, Baseball Edition. Thank you for joining us wherever you are on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. We're like everywhere. We've got two special guests. They're coming back again, or they are back again. Justin and Munt. We are talking. We got a lot of things to talk about in baseball. There's been so much happening this past week. I'm super excited to get into it. So right after this short message, we are going to get into it. Here we go.
The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
What's up, everybody? We are back at it again. I got my friends Munt and Justin. We are talking baseball. There's been a lot that's been going on this past week. But first, I want to do proper introductions. Justin, how are you feeling? You said that you were down in LA recently. What were you doing down here?
I went to the Fabulous Fords Forever car show. It's like obviously all Fords from like the earliest car you can see to, you know, the Lightning electric truck. So they had drag racing this year, which was new. So that was kind of interesting.
Did you pick up any cars?
I did not pick up any cars. No.
Oh, okay.
No, there were several for sale, but I did not opt to buy any. No,
okay.
But it was a quick trip. Hit Universal Studios on the way out.
Oh,
yeah. So that was interesting.
What ride did you go on there?
I went on a couple, but my favorite was probably the Mummy. That's a solid ride. So I would recommend it.
What did you think of Jurassic Park, though?
Well, considering I had like a 6-hour drive ahead of me, I opted to not go on the water ride because that is just not comfortable. So I did, like, if I go back in the summer, I will try to do that. It was also like 60 degrees, so didn't seem it was like a double not going to happen. So, yeah.
Well, when you come back in the summer, if you do, let Munt and I know. We'll join you.
All right. Oh, I didn't realize you were down there also.
Yeah, Munt's down here too. Justin, I do want to also give you the opportunity. I've given Warren this opportunity, but I want to let you plug the team that you're on in the Bay Area because I know you guys are phenomenal, and I want to let the folks know about your team.
We play in I believe it's called the PCHL, and we are the Oakland Ghosties. So we are defending champs this year. So, you know, but we're off to a rough start, 0-1. But you know.
All right. So if you're in the Oakland area by chance, you can see Warren.
We also play in the city, so we also play in San Francisco. So yeah,
I know. Fair enough.
What position are you, Justin?
I pitch and I play first base. So
all right.
Yeah. There we go. Well, glad to have you back. And as always, we have our fantasy and sports betting expert Munt on the show. Munt, glad to have you back. It's been a couple episodes. How are you doing? Tell me how you're doing on all fronts, betting and fantasy sports wise.
It's been a good year for the fantasy baseball strategy. We were relying on Minnesota pitching. Pablo Lopez been outstanding. Ryan, everyone, even Molly's pitching well. I'm forgetting one person. Sonny Gray, my favorite of them all, 50 Shades of Sunny. Anyways, Cron is hitting, Mountcastle's hitting, Rizzo's hitting. It's been a good year, and looking forward to plenty more to come.
Okay, and let folks know where to find out about you if they want your knowledge.
Beastdome.com for all you out there. Go there and you are set for fantasy sports life.
There you go. All right.
There you go.
Good to know. Glad to have you guys both back. Real quick, we have to shout out our sponsors. So first and foremost, Triple Cross is brought to you by Perk Chinos. Perk Chinos, I don't know if you know this yet, but it makes your booty look good. You probably could use some a little bit, make it a little plumper, rounder. Right now, you buy two, get one free. So the link is in the description if you want a little bit more rounder. But us guys, we don't have that many things that can prop us up. But this is one. Perk Chinos, buy two, get one free. Also, Manscaped. So, cutting the fresh grass down under the equator. Head over to manscaped.com and use promo code BELLYUPFANTASY for 20% off. And last but not least, we are giving away 2 tickets to any MLB game this year. The link is in the description to check that out to enter. And also, for every 10 likes on YouTube, we are giving away a $25 MLB gift card. So make sure you hit that like button because we will eventually be spinning the wheel. All right, now we got that out of the way. We can get into the show. Oh yes, and thank you, backstage producer Casey. Head over to Playback and jump in the chat for an extra slot for a giveaway wheel tonight. We'll direct people to Playback, but there's a link in the description to go to playback.tv, and we will be doing an exclusive giveaway from that platform. All right, literally in 40 minutes. I think Fernando Tatis Jr. is coming back after 18 months of being out of MLB. This is going to be I think a good topic to discuss. I want to get thoughts on his comeback, his suspension. Was it long enough? Like the whole 9 yards. Justin, kick it off. What are your thoughts?
I think he's good for baseball. He's a player that plays with a flair. And obviously, when you talk to people that don't love baseball, their number one critique is that it's slow and boring. And I think he's the opposite of that. Now, when you get into the PEDs and things of that nature, it kind of clouds your legacy a little bit. But I'm glad that he's back. Obviously, he was gone, 80 games or something like that?
80 games, but then he also got injured.
But he was been injured also, so it's like,
right?
Can he stay on the field?
It's been 18 months. 18 months.
Maybe he needed some PEDs to help him get back on the field. I think they let you do that in basketball to help with injuries and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Well,
anyway,
Justin, if you're out, for your Ghosties league, if you're out for 18 months, talk to me like how you're getting back into playing after 18 months.
I mean, at my age, if I'm out 18 months, I think I'm retired. I don't know. I think that's, if you're out for 18 months, it's like you really got to think. It's like, is it time to coach now? What are we doing? So right. I don't know. I think he's in his 20s. Yeah. But it is concerning. I think he was throwing his shoulder out swinging, which is kind of wild to me. So I don't know. I mean, I wish him a decent amount of luck when he's not playing the Giants, but I think he's good for the game.
I just want to say on the record, I have the Padres winning it all this year, and they've obviously looked like a strong team without him, and now with him back in this lineup, Padres are ready to rock. NL West, Dodgers, they're just not that good of a team this year, and now Mookie's about to miss a week. Arizona's never a threat. San Francisco's playing for, 500 record at best. So San Diego's
number one pick, baby. Let's go.
There you go. Victor number one. But anyways, easy path to the playoffs for the Padres now with Tatis come back, who's raking it in AAA. What was it? 7 home runs and 12 at bats. Guys ready to just dominate from night one to night.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm excited for baseball to have him back. He is he does bring that extra element of excitement. Now, me personally, I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm not excited to have him back on the Padres. I'd rather have him on the Dodgers. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, playing in AAA is one thing, but when you get back to the bigs, it's another. And he's supposed to play in the outfield too.
He's not playing short. I didn't realize that.
No, okay. He's not playing short. Yeah. So they're putting him in. I think. Short. Yeah, I think they're putting him in right field. Is that right, Munt?
I think so.
I think it's
because
obviously you have a strong enough arm, so fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to have him back. I think their game starts at 6:40. But do you think that 80 games is like too rich of a suspension, or do you think that's right on the mark, Justin?
I mean, I mean, it's less than half the season, barely. But I mean, you just want to get caught at the beginning of the season, or something like that. But I don't know. I think it's a stiff suspension. Clearly, they're trying to make a statement. So I don't have a problem with the 80 games, especially with a guy who was injured off and on anyway. You probably could use the extra time. So I don't have a problem with the suspension.
Okay. Mont, do you have an opinion on the 80 games?
I mean, does it send enough of a warning to keep steroids out of baseball? I don't know. I feel like if I could make, I don't know. Who knows? I feel like a lot of people are taking steroids and we don't even know it. It's one of those things where it's just still always been in the game, but maybe not juicing to the point of the Jose Canseco days anymore, but at least just like a shot here and there. Just
so
like
you think the 80 games, you think people are still risking getting caught over the 80? Like, you don't think it's a rich enough suspension? Like, you think they should probably up the ante?
I don't know. It definitely hurts the player's career. Like now, Tatis, once his rookie card was the top selling rookie card, now for sure it won't be because no longer Hall of Fame.
I don't know. I think 80 games is a pretty rich suspension time. I mean, you really have to think, if you're a player, you have to think twice. Like, okay, is this worth getting caught? That's a half a season. That's like, I mean, if you're not a Fernando Tatis Jr., if you're like a average MLB player, like he's, on the upper tier for sure, like that could be a pretty big portion of your career. Justin, go ahead.
We'll think about like a Ryan Braun, right? I think he played for the Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
He got popped, but he got a huge contract, and you have to wonder if some of that contract, may not have been on the back of a little extra help. So in that regard, do you care about the 80 games, or do you care about the hundreds of millions of dollars that you're going to make? So,
well, actually, this is a good question. I mean, if you get caught with steroids, those contracts are not paid, right?
I'm not sure that that's true. I think
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got paid out.
Yeah, he got paid. I didn't see anything about him not getting. In fact, I think I read an article about how, all things being equal, it seems like a pretty good deal, because you may not get caught, A, and B,
you're still going to get paid.
And even if they cut out the 82 games, you still have the balance. Right. So I'd take that.
Yeah, for sure. If I'm still going to get paid, I mean, that's a risk that the downside is I miss playing baseball. That sucks. And like, I guess, the other things that it can do to your body. But yeah, I think for sure that should be changed. If you get caught with steroids, like that is
contract,
they should not pay you for the games that you are suspended.
Well, sure. I mean, I don't think that happens, but if they do, fine. That's 82 games. But if you're on a long contract, I mean, who cares?
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, but if you can allow the team to void the contract, that's rough. So obviously then that would be the real penalty. It's not the 80 games. It's the, hey man, now how am I going to feed my family kind of deal.
Right.
So,
right.
Truth is, I'm sure that steroids is not as bad as they're making it seem to be, because otherwise so many more people would be doing them.
You mean, are you talking about like on the level of like what it does to your body, or?
Yeah, like I feel like there's not as much harm as they make it seem to be. Like they're just trying to scare so many people away from doing it.
Well, I think it has something to do with like not wanting to have kids do it too.
It's something like they scare you away from. But
it's like dare, like don't do drugs. Yeah.
But
I mean, look, if I did steroids when I was in high school, I mean, Munt, you saw me play, like I would have been on a whole other level. Like I probably would have been ranked in this.
Round MLB draft pick for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So,
and then it'd be a very wild story in Double-A.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to see how he returns and how he does, how the fans treat him, the whole kit and caboodle. Real quick, if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like this video. For every 10 likes, we're doing an MLB gift card giveaway. And also, you can enter to win 2 free tickets to any MLB game this season. The link is in the description, so you make sure you fill out all that information. All right, moving on. This broke today or yesterday late. The A's signed a deal to buy land in Las Vegas. So, like, we are one step closer to moving the A's to Vegas. And my initial reaction was like, I don't know. I feel like they're just diversifying their options because I feel like there's land in Oakland that is like ready to have a stadium built. Like nothing is signed, sealed, and delivered. So I feel like they're just planting the seed and like seeing what kind of really unfolds. Justin, since you're in the Bay, you get first crack at it. What are your thoughts on the A's buying land in Vegas?
I mean, I think the writing's kind of been on the wall, right?
Yeah.
And I think the owner, this is a guy who's just trying to make money, right? It seems like a purely business transaction for him, right? It doesn't seem like he has this passion for sports and certainly not Bay Area sports. And I think some of the issue was that he wasn't willing to put up the money himself. He wanted the city to contribute a bunch. And I think for some cities that makes sense. I'm not sure it makes sense for a city like Oakland that has a lot of other concerns that the money should be going towards. Obviously it feels very much like a real version of like Major League where they're trying to tank the team so that they can leave with like the least amount of like backlash, because it feels like they've been just kicking their fans in the shorts for years at this point, to the point now where Warren pointed out a few weeks ago that there were several minor league teams that had a higher attendance. So it's like, so then like the owner can say, well, look, I mean, we would have loved to stay, but between the city not working with us and the fact that we don't have any fans coming, I mean, really, what was our choice? Like, what could we do? Right. I'm interested to see how the Vegas thing works out, because I think it's interesting between college spring break and summer break. You could have a lot of rowdy situations. And I think I saw a 35,000 seat stadium. So I think it's a problem for if you want a solid fan base. Obviously, I think the Oakland A's fan is going to either not watch baseball or pick a new team. I don't think they're going to go with.
Do you think they go to the Giants?
I don't think so. What I've learned is that A's fans really don't like the Giants, and it's not a two-way street. I think most.
I mean, like, would you go to the A's if the Giants
if
left
the shoe was on the other foot?
Yeah,
probably. But then again, the Giants haven't kicked me in the shorts for years, you know. So, this ownership group is taking care of the fans pretty well. Although, you could argue the product on the field isn't great right now, but at least the experience of going to the ballpark is still, top notch. So, we got a stadium when I was in 8th grade. So, I think it's a shame all around, because A's fans are great baseball fans. And that was like for years, their thing is like, Giants fans don't even care about the game because they have all this other stuff they can do in the stadium. When I think it was Pac Bell Park opened, there was like a Gamecast PlayStation area behind.
They don't have that at the Coliseum.
There's none of that at the Coliseum. It's like if you go to the Coliseum, it's to see rats, drink beer, and watch baseball. Like that's the only thing that you can do there. There are no activities other than that. So
that's the order of what you watch.
Exactly. That could be a game in and of itself. How many rats did you see? But all jokes aside, I feel terrible for the A's fans. But most of them that I've talked to were like, yeah, of course, this was going to happen. But it doesn't make it any less shitty, So it's too bad ultimately.
Yeah, you're a former Las Vegas resident. So you can paint a little bit better picture on how you think if this all unfolds, how we're kind of seeing. What are your thoughts on this? And do you think the A's will be successful in Vegas?
I mean, Vegas is ready for any type of live entertainment sports team. And the fact they're getting a Major League Baseball team, people are going to show up. There's going to be money on the game more than any baseball game of any team. So it'll be fun for them. It's just going to be I feel like that PGA golf course of Waste Management Open, that hole that everyone gets rowdy at. Because that's how that stadium's going to be. It's just going to be a rowdy environment. It's going to be fun. People are going to love it.
Do you think there's a hotel built right border of the stadium where people can watch from their hotel room? Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, there's going to be a hotel that is right there that's kind of in conjunction with the stadium. But that's just
a dome, brother.
Yeah, it's going to be a dome.
There's no way.
Oh, it's going to be a dome.
Open door stadium in Vegas during the summer. You high?
So you could have a hotel. You could have a hotel still. You could have a hotel.
You could have a hotel, but they're going to see the top of the dome. Listen, you have
but when it's a nice
Lord
day,
knows what else the fans are going to be on. In 120-degree heat, I think that's a recipe for disaster. That thing is going to be 68 degrees.
It's going to be a home run derby ballpark. It's with all that heat. Ball's just going to rise.
I don't know. I feel like there could be a hotel option there still, even at 100.
Yeah, built in. That'd be cool in center field, like the Blue Jays have it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We'll see. I wonder how many diehard A's fans are going to move to Vegas too. I feel like there's
probably more than you think because the prices are so much better out there.
Yeah.
Henderson, not that far away. Way better housing situation, especially considering Oakland is not much better than San Francisco at this point.
Yeah, should be interesting to unfold. And I hope the team gets I hope we're assuming that they're going to move, that they can actually build a team that competes and things, because that's ultimately one of the positives that come from moving to a new city, a new stadium, new fans, more fans, better team. But we'll see.
I just don't see this guy spending the money, man. I think it was kind of an excuse that was kind of built in.
Yeah, but if he's making more money from fans going to games, then he's got more money to spend.
Yeah, they got money. Money is not even an issue when you're at that level. At that point, you're friends with the printing press, and it just keeps coming.
But he's thinking of it from a business standpoint. Okay, how much? He wants to keep his profit up high, where a lot of teams are not as high as he is.
I mean, Vegas is going to sell out. Games are going to be crazy. Yeah. What else are you going to do on a Wednesday night if you're not trying to party? If you're not trying to party,
there's a lot of things to do in Vegas.
Yeah, but perfect bachelor party.
Got blackjack tables.
I said if you're not trying to party, but people might rather go to the baseball game, and then go to the tables late at night. I feel like it'll be a big
with the casino.
I like to hit up the buffet. Maybe there'll be a great buffet at the stadium.
Right field seats.
There you go. Yeah. All you can eat. All you can eat. There you go.
The only carpeted baseball stadium. I love it, dude.
I'm excited. I like going to Vegas is all. I mean, there's literally everything you can do there, but to have a baseball team there too would be a cherry on the top. That would be nice. It would be fun.
Yeah, major league team. That'd be kind of be cool.
Air conditioned for sure. Air conditioned.
Listen,
we got to pump
if
that
this
AC.
is an outdoor stadium, I don't think they can make an SPF that could keep you safe.
Is there a pool? Is there a pool in the stadium like in Arizona?
Better be.
How murky is that water going to be, brother?
Just as murky as all the hotel pools.
Oh man,
there's gonna be pool parties. There's gonna be pool parties at the game for sure.
You need 100%. Shots after getting in that water, almost certainly. That's that grosses me out just thinking about it. Have you seen those lazy rivers? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's not very clean, but well, I'm sure we can come up with a lot of creative ideas that they can do in the stadium. All right, folks. What do I need to say? I need to say that we're giving away 2 free tickets to an MLB game. So click on the link in the description, fill out all the information. 2
Matt,
free tickets.
Win it, so we can go to a Dodger game.
We don't need to win it to go to a Dodger game. We'll go to a Dodger game whenever. I got to look at their schedule. We'll go soon. And also like the video for every 10 likes. Casey, can you give me a thumbs up if we're at 10 likes? We are at 10 likes. All right, let's. Are we ready to spin the wheel, Casey? Thumbs up or no? Thumbs up? Yeah. Okay. We'll spin a wheel. The link is in the description, Leander. So if you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description to fill out information to win 2 free tickets. And then we're going to give away $25 to MLB gift shop, MLB gift card, MLB gift shop. Yeah. We're just going to pull up the wheel. Casey's working hard behind the scenes. So how to enter this? You just have to chat in YouTube, and we're going to add your name to the wheel. And if you win, you get $25 to MLB shop. So yeah, Casey, go ahead and spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. There we go. $25. Dun dun dun. Oh, Leander, the winner, chicken dinner. Email triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. And you can put in the description or in the body. You can just actually put like Fernando Tatis is back after 18 months just to know which episode we were talking about. So triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, so if we get another 10 likes, we will do another spin on the wheel. We will also be doing an exclusive wheel spin on playback.tv at the end of the episode. Casey, I want to push buttons to bring us back, but I don't want to push the wrong one. I'm going to push. I will push this. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right. So there sounds like there's a lot of sirens. Is that how you
Grand Theft Auto out here?
GTA. All right. So let's go through. Kershaw wins 200 victories for Kershaw career-wise. And I didn't know this, but he has a .694 winning percentage, the highest win percentage in the regular season of pitchers that have 200 or more wins. So, like, if you are in the regular season, you want Kershaw, like, period, end of story. Munt, kick it over to you. How good is Kershaw, and why does he seem to not produce in the postseason, where he's 13-12, has an ERA of 4.22, and just doesn't seem to get it done? What's going on there?
I mean, going to see Kershaw pitch is always like something that you put on. Well, for some people, their bucket list. But if you live in LA, you get to see him at least once or twice a year. Got to see him at least that amount of times living here. Just legendary Hall of Famer. You just know you're getting an amazing start pretty much every time he goes out. Yeah, he hasn't been great in the playoffs, but he did win it for everyone once. And how many pitchers get to do that? But still, he is one of the best pitchers that we are blessed to see live in person so many times. Yeah,
no, he truly is quite remarkable. And to get to that 200 win mark now, I mean, 300 is like basically I don't know who's going to hit 300. So 200 is like the new benchmark. Justin, I know you've had many sad nights and days watching Kershaw pitch against your Giants. But talk to me as a pitcher, like as he is as a pitcher, like talk to me about Kershaw and what this means to him and his accomplishment.
I mean, there's nothing you can say about when he's healthy, he's a hell of a pitcher. But I think that's if he's healthy, right? I I think the best thing that ever happened to the Dodgers was the pandemic because it shortened the season. So when he would have broken down was after the trip was already over, So he just seems like a guy that kind of is a sprinter, and you get to the All-Star break and you're kind of waiting for him to break down.
Yeah.
And then you get into, September and you're like, ooh, he's leaking oil. And then, he's basically, a shell of himself by the time you're in the playoffs when you really need him,
Right.
But, he's a hell of a pitcher. I remember when he came up, it was kind of like a Lincecum, Kershaw kind of deal. And that curveball was just filthy. Like coming off that fastball that it was kind of one of those things where you're like, yeah, man, I get it. I understand why you struck out. I couldn't even be mad. It's like, yeah, bro, that's a tough one.
So
Although
dirty. Yeah.
My guy Bumgarner got him. So also maybe RIP to the career, Mr. Bumgarner. But anyway, I'm sorry.
So he has one victory against Kershaw.
Well, I mean, I'm saying he took him yard. So
he did.
That's even cooler. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Daniel Murphy home run off of him in 2015. Let's see, Michael.
Even though people like to hate on Kershaw for his bad postseason, he's still like when he goes on the mound, you still expect him to be his best self. Like no one's like, oh, it's playoff Kershaw. He's gonna get rocked. Like those days are kind of. I feel like I try to put in the back view mirror when he goes out there, knowing that he can pitch amazing in any playoff start.
Well, Justin brought up a good point. I'm almost thinking like, why don't you just limit his innings until the All-Star break, and then when the playoffs start happening, he's still got some oil left.
Yeah, it's good backdoor move right there.
It's especially like as he's getting a little older now. I mean, he's not a spring chicken, and I think that's not a bad move. I would do that if I'm Dave Roberts.
Load management, a little load management on the old curve.
Yeah, definitely.
Save that shoulder.
Send a tweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
I can't wait for load management in baseball. That'd be incredible.
Well, I feel like it's in the same ballpark, but a bullpen game, right? Where you just throw your bullpen out and you don't have a starter. Kind of.
There is load management, though, compared to like how it used to be. Players used to play like 158 of the 162 games. Now you got Jock Peterson sitting out against lefties, and he only plays like 125 games.
Right.
Well, even like complete games used to be kind of more of a norm, right? Like at the starter, something had to have happened for him to come out of the game.
Right.
And then, then the closer came in and they're like, oh, this isn't, it's just the kind of the evolution of baseball. But, I mean, I think it's something to look into because I think there is a clear pattern through his career of like, by the end, he's not the guy that he was at the beginning.
Yeah, clearly.
But it's also because of how good he is when he's healthy versus, whatever the guy is that's stepping on the mound in October. So,
yeah.
Mon, you were going to say something.
I just want to say that the guy who ruined the load management for everyone was Dusty Baker with the Cubs when he overthrew Mark Pryor, Kerry Wood, Carlos Zambrano.
Kerry Wood was so dope too.
Those guys threw like 115, 120 pitches in the game. Like Justin was saying, only if something was going wrong would they get pulled.
Right.
But it ended up ruining all three of their careers.
I mean, but you can't blame just Dusty Baker. I mean, that was like kind of the era. They didn't monitor pitches. That was the end of it. No, I know. Kerry Wood was an absolute beast. I mean,
monster.
Oh my gosh.
Monster.
Yeah.
20 plus Ks a few times. Absolutely insane.
Just filth, man. I think the thing that's tough, right, is as a pitcher, you want the ball, right? You want to pitch. And so if your manager's going to let you stay out there, you're going to stay out there. And then, but you only have so many bullets. So, maybe spread them out a little bit more. And it seems clear that that's kind of where the league is going, is, preserving arms. You have, what was it? You have the starter, or not the starter. What do they call the guy that just comes in for 2 innings?
Setup man?
No, but I'm saying certain
long
teams
reliever?
do that. There's a term I can't think of right now, and I apologize. But where the guy is expected to not go more than 2 innings, and then it's a bullpen game from there. So I think Romo did it for the Rays for a while or something like that, where it's like, oh yeah, throw him out there for like the first couple times through the lineup, and then we'll get into our long relievers or whatever. So
like, how do you?
Baseball is interesting.
Yeah, it's so wild how it's just like evolved to like this, where
pure analytics
50 years ago, dude, like Nolan Ryan never got taken out of a game. Are you kidding me? Like, he just throw the whole thing. Like, he'd throw
188 pitches.
Yeah, he would be. You do not tell Nolan Ryan, oh, you're coming out after 88 pitches. He would be very furious.
Well, like in the early 2000s, like Mike Krukow would always be like, oh man, I think this 100 pitch, because that was kind of the thing, right? Once you got to 100 pitches, they were looking to take you out.
Right. Yeah.
After a while, and he's like, well, I mean, you got to think about the quality of those 100 pitches. Like, were you in the stretch a lot? Were you in the windup? If you're in the windup, it doesn't necessarily, it's not taking as much out of your arm. How many pitches are you like? Are you having long innings? Are they short innings? But it just became 100, and now it sounds like it's closer to 88. And it's still early in the season, so you're probably trying to take care of your guys a little bit until they get their stamina built up. But
I mean, now
the game has changed a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, since there is that pitch count now, I mean, I even have a shot probably. I mean, like, let's be real. I mean, throw me out for an inning. Throw me out for an inning,
brother.
I'll throw a bullpen game. Let's go.
You'll paint those corners, Greg Maddux.
Yeah, I will definitely. I am basically like Greg Maddox's child. But on another note, same genre, we have to talk about this. Let me pull it up here. Okay, Scherzer. Let's just watch this. I know maybe you guys have seen it, maybe you haven't, but for the folks that haven't, this is Max Scherzer getting ejected after a substance check. So this is the video where they're checking everything. And they said he needs, I think this is the one where they said he needs a new glove. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
so glove. They said, yeah, he's like, okay, give me a new glove. Fine. Go get a new glove. He's pleading his case. This is after he has a new glove.
Yeah, I think he pitched with the new glove, and then he's coming off again after the inning.
Yeah. They're touching his hands. They're touching the glove.
He's like, what are you talking about? It's resonant sweat. I swear on my son's life.
Rosin and sweat, yeah. And swear on my son's
Probably
life.
some bullfrog on there too,
Well, okay. First of all, do you think it was just sweat and rosin? What's your take?
I believe it is. He wouldn't tarnish his career at this point. He's gone too far to be the bulldog. I was actually at the game yesterday when it happened, and there was like bases loaded, second inning, like before he got caught with one out. And I just looked at my buddy. I'm like, this is why Scherzer is Scherzer. He's going to get out of this without giving up anything. Got a K and then a ground out, inning over. And yeah, the guy's just a legend. I don't believe that he is guilty at all.
Okay.
I trust in him.
Justin?
Well, I mean, when all that spider tack stuff was going around, I remember hearing that, before that was around, they were just used sweat, sunscreen, and the rosin. And that would give them enough tackiness to feel like they had control over the ball. So I tend to believe that that's probably what he had going on there. It's like they already had a way to do that. They just found the solution that was way more consistent and, specifically designed for the purpose, right? Again, this guy has been dominant for years. I think it's a little weird. I'd never actually seen an umpire go in the glove before. That was such an interesting twist.
Like,
I mean,
put
you
his
see them,
hand in the
grab
glove.
the hands, they check your wrist, they check behind the ears or whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
your hair,
they check your hair,
yeah.
like you have a shiv in there. But it's. I think that it was just a little weird. He gets a new glove, and then I think in the clip that I saw, the announcer was speculating about whether he went back to the original glove, and maybe that was why he got in trouble. Because I mean, look, you have the glove in the game because that's your game ready
Right.
glove.
Yeah.
Presumably, I mean, especially a pitcher, it's not like you're playing a ton of catch necessarily, breaking in a bunch of gloves. So it's just a little bit. I think it was a little bit overboard, but I don't know. Maybe I'm biased.
I mean, I here's the thing: is if rosin and sweat is going to create that stickiness, then they need to get rid of the rosin, right? You have to because if
Adam.
because if
But
that is
rosin
what's
is legal though.
I know, but you
that's the
you have
bag
to
on
get
the
rid
back,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah, but you have to get rid of it.
Nah,
Then
man.
You know what they were saying? The problem is that you're only allowed to have it on your pitching hand, and since you have it on his glove arm, it's an automatic ejection, and that's the rule. And they're like, they should just change that rule.
Yeah, but what if you touch your arm? Then isn't it going to transfer to your arm?
I don't know, but that's the rule that it says.
Yeah.
And that's
I think you have to get rid of the rosin period if that's going to be an issue. But also, we have to call out it was a day game in LA. It was downtown. It was hot.
It was hot.
Munt, tell me what number SPF Scherzer was wearing.
I'm gonna just guess 50.
50. Justin, what are you going with?
Listen, I'm not much of a sunscreen connoisseur, but
okay,
50, 55, that seems like a good number. Solid protection.
I would be at least at 80 to 90. That's my kind of vibe.
See, I didn't even know that's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that existed. You sent me a picture of like 100.
Well, 110. 110. Yeah.
To me, it just feels like. I mean, do you even know it's sunny outside at that point? Like, I don't what is going on?
It's like paint.
Is
it's
that
basically
legal?
Like paint. Now, see, if I was, I would be wearing that all day, every day at a day game, and that would for sure create some stickiness. But like, if you combine, let's be honest, if you combine sunscreen, rosin, and sweat, he probably was wearing some type of sunscreen. I don't know what number, but I mean, he looks like he can get a little tan.
It's sticky.
So for sure. So you have to get rid of some substance if that's going to be an issue. I don't know. He also got a 10-game suspension today, which he's going to appeal. That is like, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
there must have analyzed something. I hope that they went and analyzed his glove and found a substance that's illegal, because to me, that's ridiculous. That's a little that's what, 2 starts now that he's going to miss?
2 starts. Yeah.
It's just.
Well, yeah. But most important, like we were talking about Tatis earlier, now he's got like a tarnish on his name, and he's not, a Hall of Famer. Maybe if this is,
I don't know if this. Obviously I can't confirm this, but Adam's saying that this same ump is responsible for all 3 pitchers with substance injections. So it's like
he's got it out.
That's interesting. Like this guy's, he doesn't know the difference between this stickiness and that stickiness. He's just like. Feeling sticky. Go on.
They were saying that it was the stickiest since he had started this 3 years ago. It was the stickiest he'd ever felt in anyone's glove. That's what they said. Yeah. I was like, okay, hold on. Like, how do you remember the stickiness of the other things that you were touching?
Yeah, there's a sex joke in there somewhere.
7. This is clearly a 10 in stickiness. Maybe a 9.5.
Oh,
but the other thing, like, you can't get rid of the stickiness because. It's a safety issue, right? These guys are hucking the ball 100 miles per hour. You want them to have as much control as possible.
Right. Yeah.
You could send someone to the hospital easily.
Right.
So I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. It's I think it was a little uncalled for, but again, we don't have the full context of everything. Scherzer's dirty regardless if he has sticky stuff or not. Like he's almost lights out all the time. So I don't know.
MVP.
It's like he's come a long way since he was a Diamondback. So
yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if he gets his 10-game suspension. I hope he doesn't, because I like to see him pitch. Casey, do we have another 10 likes? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I'm just gonna temperature check here. Thumbs down. All right. We need more likes on. We need 4 more on the video to get another spin. So if you are new, make sure you like the video so we can do another spin. All right. And we're going to end the show with Justin's favorite trivia. Munt, you have done trivia before. I think it was football. Was it football you did?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how it's going to work. There's going to be 3 different segments. Each player gets you can get 5 points. So I'm going to give you 1 clue. If you guys guess with the first clue, you get 5 points. If you guess with the second, you get 4, 3, 2, 1. And whoever gets the most points at the end, I owe a dinner or lunch and a drink and a hug. So, you could actually capitalize on this more than Justin just because of our proximity.
Right.
So, and it has to be like a reasonable dollar amount too. Like we're not going to like a 5-star,
No
Michelin
Panda Express or what? What are we doing?
Yeah, like maybe.
Tanner's.
Yeah, maybe Panda Express, maybe a Subway, something like
You're
that.
gonna let him get the bigger plate though, right? Let him get 3 entrees.
I haven't been to Dantana's.
Supposedly they got the best chicken parm in all of LA. I've never been, but supposedly.
I mean, is it going to cost me a pretty penny?
No, it won't be bad. It's like
okay.
All
right, we can go there. We can. I'm down with chicken parm. All right. So I'm going to give you clues. And you get 1 guess each for every clue. And for folks that are watching, do not give any clues in the chat.
Unless you want to,
Munt and Justin, you cannot Google anything. Casey is going to be watching my second pair of eyes to make sure everything is good to go. All right. So the first clue is this player won 303 wins and had 166 losses and played on 6 teams.
Randy Johnson?
Oh my God.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah. God damn it.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
How the hell did you get that after 1 clue?
Because, man, I was like, all right, it's not an old player because they didn't move around that much. Okay. And I'm like, it's not a very recent player because they didn't. And I'm like, who's the last guy I really remember getting 300 wins? He happened to be a Giant. I'm like, damn, he played for a lot of teams when you start to. So I just, I was, it was a educated guess, but it was very much a shot in the dark.
Solid. Okay, well, congrats. So there goes. Munt, did you
also did not cheat? Did not cheat.
Yeah, no. Munt, did you have a guess, Munt?
Yo, I was trying to work backwards from 300 wins, and it sounded like maybe an old pitcher, and then you said 6 teams. I was on Sandy Koufax for a second, then you said 6 teams, and then I'm like, all right, I'll wait for the next one.
God damn. All right, Justin, we got 5 points. Well, Munt, you've got some work to do. All right, moving on to player number 2. All right, who am I? In my career, I hit 283. I had 3,110 hits, and I had 465 home runs.
I'll let Munt go first this time.
Yeah, if you get it's not just keep guessing names, right? You only
you get one. You get 1 guess per. This is one. Like hint. This whole segment. So it hit 283. 3,110 hits and 465 home runs. Justin, you can go. There's no
Yeah, you can go. I'm trying to think.
Oh man, is it? This can't be right. Oh, whatever. Worth the shot, right? Rafael Palmeiro.
No. Oh my God.
Damn, that's not a bad shot in the dark.
That's not bad. I think he had over 500 though.
No, I think that's the thing that threw me off. I was like, he might have gotten 500.
Yeah, I'm Frank Thomas.
Ooh.
No, but that's not. I think he had over 500 too.
He did. He got over 500 also.
Okay.
All right, so
Big hurt.
This player was a 12-time All-Star and 7-time Gold Glove Award winner.
It's not Griffey.
Ooh.
Is that your guess?
Jr. Yeah.
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
Dang, that's a good guess. I like that one. Can you say that clue one more time? I'm sorry.
12-time All-Star and 7-time Gold Glove Award winner.
It's like a spelling bee.
Jim Thome?
If
No.
Jim Thome won a Gold Glove, then
Yeah, that's a
the
good point.
system might be rigged.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's often
All right.
it's still an offensive award somehow. But anyway,
Yeah.
All right. I played 22 years.
Oh, no. Oh, Willie Mays?
Nope.
He probably had higher than 283 batting average.
I think he's up. He's like 600.
No, he's got 600. So what am I talking about? I think I did a little dyslexia or something.
That's okay.
Like moved it like 660 to like, oh yeah, 460. Anyway, sorry.
It's I'm gonna say Sammy Sosa, even though
No.
I know he didn't hit that well.
All right. Next clue: 6-time Silver Slugger.
I mean, you have 400 something home runs. I figure that makes sense.
Yeah, like this not having any helpfulness.
Yeah, 6-time Silver Slugger.
Oh man, well.
So we know this guy can like hit.
Yeah, we've established that.
We've established that he can hit, and apparently he can field also. And it's probably an older player.
And it's not Griffey.
Man.
I think you should come up with another obvious clue.
Well, I know the next clue is going to be pretty freaking obvious.
The 1 point.
Because I don't think
the 1-pointer.
Okay. How about it's 2 points?
This guy liked to win.
I say we go 2 points on it since that last clue didn't help.
All right, anybody?
There's not. It doesn't change anything.
We can move on without a guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was drafted in Major League Baseball, the ABA, the NBA, and football.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson?
I said it first.
I don't think he hit that many home runs.
Yeah.
All right, so you said it first, so Justin, you gotta take.
Oh wait, we both said. All right, fine, whatever.
Well, I mean, okay, then you can count it. That's fine. Then
said
you
go
no.
So that's like a long
Take
time
it.
ago. That's
if you can get this right, all power to you. This is like a Tom Brady played in Major League Baseball type of answer. It's like and threw 500 touchdown passes.
Like Reggie Jackson. I have no idea, dude. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall now.
Dave Winfield.
No way in the world I would have gotten.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get that one.
These got
to be modern questions.
Dave Winfield is like
Casey was dropping.
Casey was dropping in clues.
I realize it now. I didn't realize what was going on.
I mean, Dave Winfield, he's not like the top
and same
tier.
With Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson's like from our kid days. You know, you got to go with like
what?
Players of today type of questions.
No, you know Randy
hard,
Johnson. You know Dave Winfield.
You threw a Ty Cobb in there the last time I played.
Yeah, I did. I threw a Ty Cobb.
Yeah, look at you going back in the history books.
Honus Wagner. Like, what are we doing?
Satchel Paige.
All right. So Justin's got 5 months, got 0. All right, here we go.
You should come up with another, replace that with a current player. And then let's do that.
Well, I will keep that in mind for future.
He's like, I already have my list.
All right, yeah, because I have to do homework on these players too.
Is this a far once upon a time type of player we're about to do right here?
No, this player is pretty recent. Pretty recent.
Oh, yeah. Look at our first clue.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. 10-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, 10-time Gold Glove winner.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Wrong.
Oh, that was a good one though.
I'm not going to give you the ones that are like staples.
That was just a great answer.
Justin, 10-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, 10-time Gold Glove winner.
It's got to be Griffey.
And yet, nope. Oh man, Rookies of the Year, dude. This is
Todd Hollinsworth. Just kidding. Could have been. Could have been.
Oh, and I did forget to add this: 3-time Silver Slugger.
Oh, see that shit. I'm just kidding.
No, it doesn't
I
change.
was like, you want to re-guess? I would let you re-guess.
I still would have guessed Griffey, to be honest.
Yeah.
Man, this is like there's always one piece that, or at least one or two pieces that you don't know for sure.
I know.
It's like was he?
That's why you get.
Rookie
That's
of
why
the
you
year?
get 5. That's why you
Or
get
was
5 points.
Carlos Zambrano.
I forgot they did have a Silver Slugger for pitchers, didn't they?
Yeah.
For pitchers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the Mike Hampton days.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
That's why they paid Hampton the big bucks.
Justin, you've got 10 seconds.
Jesus Christ. Did he play for? Did he
Yeah,
play for
I think
anyone?
it's
Yeah, Jesus.
yeah. There you go. I think Jesus gets the answer.
Yeah.
What did you say?
No, I'm making shit up, dude. It's all right. I skip me.
All right,
It's
you skip? All right,
Yeah.
all right. Next clue. 118 home runs.
Kenny Lofton.
Wrong.
Okay.
That's a sick one. Okay, let me see.
I bet you he is really close to total home runs. Let's see. I'm just gonna look up
183.
Wait, what are you looking up?
Oh,
how many home
looking
runs
up.
Kenny Lofton hit for his
We're on the
career.
computer now. Here we go.
Oh.
I'm just looking at Kenny Lofton.
I'll tell you how many home runs Kenny Lofton.
No, I'll tell you.
He's already looking now.
He's got 130 home runs, Kenny Lofton.
Yeah.
I just want to see how close. You said 118?
118, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good guess.
That is a good guess.
A really good guess.
That is.
10-time Gold Glover, too.
I think you just made me think of the Indians, so I just threw that out there. That was, how dare you?
Wait, did you guess?
I did, but if you didn't hear me, I guess I'll try again.
What did you say?
I said Omar Vizquel.
Oh, no, wrong.
Yeah, no.
I had 199 stolen bases.
Dang, man, you couldn't get one more? That's brutal. That probably haunts him at night. Like, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think this player is haunted by missing one stolen base.
So he's not. Okay.
Derek Jeter.
Wrong.
Oh, man, these are perfect answers.
Jeter definitely had more than 118 home runs.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's the thing.
Not
It's like, well, that guy wasn't a rookie of the year. That guy had,
Oh, I know who I'm going to guess next.
Oh, did you just look up something?
No, I was just looking up how many home runs Derek Jeter had.
Keep your hands above the. No, just kidding.
Hey, dude.
I just looking at how many home runs. Like, your clues are giving any clue at all to what.
All right, Justin.
Oh, buddy.
260.
You've got 10 seconds.
If that.
Carl Yastrzemski.
No.
He had way more
Wrong.
home runs than that.
I know the
All right.
answer before you even give the clue. That's how confident I am. But give the clue since I might as well.
Did you look it up online?
No, I did
Who
not.
can
I
say?
just know.
The clue is I played on 3 teams.
Oh, then it definitely not. I'm glad
Threw
I
him
didn't.
off.
I was gonna guess Cal Ripken, but definitely not
Wrong.
anymore.
Oh, that's not your guess?
I said I was going to. But
Okay.
then you said
okay.
3 different teams.
Okay.
So that must mean it's Roberto Alomar Jr.
Wrong.
Oh my God, these are perfect answers. Your clues
Justin.
are.
The last clue, it's going to give it away.
Says who? I'm
I'm looking at how many home runs and stolen bases Roberto Alomar Jr. had.
I just don't have any rookies of the year, man. I just don't care. 199 steals.
210. Jeopardy
I don't know,
music.
dude. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
skip it. I don't
Next
care.
All
one.
right.
Next one.
Next one. MLB record 262 hits in a season.
Ichiro Suzuki.
Ding, 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 ding.
There we go.
He only had 183 bombs.
118.
I would have thought he had more. Like, he had silly power. Like, just the ones he hit out were like 2 irons. It was anyway.
They were.
This
I
guy
know.
hits lasers where he's like, I'd rather just dink, donk, whatever.
Or let me just bunt one down the left field or
like,
third
whatever.
base line.
He needs
Yeah.
it. You could throw like 93.
But the thing that threw you off, which I did like kind of on purpose, is Rookie of the Year because he started when he was
older. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was a little tricky. So Justin, I owe you another meal.
Oh shit! Was that?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was for the marbles.
That was two. Yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
Well, that
you.
was fun.
I love backing into another victory.
Yeah, when I see you, I'm
a little
just gonna be
Dylan Brooks right there.
Yeah.
Giving
There's
off
just
Dylan
gonna be
Brooks
like
vibes.
There's just going to be like
How
a
dare
week,
you? I've never broken anyone's arm.
there's just going to be like a
I'm just
week
messing.
of you having free meals on me.
You know what it is? It's the LSU girl vibes more. What's her name?
The what?
The LSU girl
Oh, you're talking.
who had her 5 seconds of fame like a week ago.
I've
Now
seen her
no
on,
one can
like,
remember her
YouTube
name.
Shorts dancing all the time. By the way, I know I'm cranky old man now, but I don't understand the dancing. I don't understand like the TikTok dancing with like the very weird moves. But anyway, what do you?
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't grow up in that time.
Yeah, I just.
Would have been.
Well, you never know. We may be doing TikTok dance moves on this show at some point. So stay
only
tuned.
if you lead the way.
Yeah, I will be the host.
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of them.
Well, that is our show for this evening. Thank you all for joining. We are going to Playback .tv. The link is in the description. So click on that link, head over to playback.tv, and we're going to do another giveaway on Playback. So I'm going to give everyone a little moment to head over there because we're going to end on YouTube. And we're going to do another giveaway there. Also, the link in the description to win 2 tickets to an MLB game. So if you have not yet filled that out, please fill that out. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Justin Munt, thank you for coming on again.
Thanks for having
Always appreciate it. The banter, the knowledge, the good times. Munt, I'm still kind of craving that. The bad times, the trivia, throwing the curveball. But man, I kind of want to try that chicken parm, so I may we may be going there. So I don't know. You're gonna have to show me the ropes. And just remember that it is coming to be summer. So if you need SPF 110, it does exist for all you folks out there that need to make sure your skin is nice and healthy. That's not a plug or anything. I just promoter of
general health advice.
You know what the truth is, though?
Yeah.
Truth is, back in the day, there was no sun cancer. Like in the 70s and 60s and 50s.
Well,
or was it just not diagnosed?
Sunburn.
You just
they just didn't know about it. There was.
So what did people do before sunscreen? Just get burnt and
they just got burnt. Yeah.
Have you not seen the leather skin that people used to be rocking?
We're going to be talking about this on Playback, so head over to playback.tv. We will see you there. Guys, thank you all for joining, and have a good night. See you on Playback.